So you want to buy your first home and you want to stay in Durham Region and you want to find something that is affordable and suitable for a first-time home buyer. I'm sure if you ask, most people will wish you good luck with building your time machine. But what if I told you that there are some really great options for first-time home buyers throughout Durham Region that are pretty affordable? In today's video, I'm going to tell you the 5 best condos in Durham Region for first-time home buyers. My name is Jessie McClellan. I'm a real estate agent at the Lisa Abbott team here in Durham Region, and I make video content for people that want to stay up to date on what's going on in their real estate market in Durham Region and the GTA. If that's something you're interested in, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up because it does help me reach more people like you. I also have a link in the description and my contact info, so if you do want to speak with me or have any questions, you can always reach out or you can book a call with me at a time that works for you. Now, before I start listing off my top 5 favorite condos in Durham Region, I do want to go over some pros and cons of purchasing a condo. Like everything in life, there are pros and cons, and you should know about them to help make the best decision for you. And if you were on the fence about condos, or you maybe weren't considering them at all, this might help in your decision making, and it might even open up some new options for you. So quickly, why should you even consider a condo for your first home? Usually it allows you to get into an affordable home and start building equity earlier, which is only going to help you down the line if you decide to move up in the market later on. In Durham Region, it allows you to stay local. Usually if you're a first-time home buyer and you can't afford that area, you just start looking further away. Condos may be a good option and can help you stay closer to your job and the people that matter to you most. Most first-time homebuyers have to work really hard to save up for their down payment, and they usually don't have a whole lot of cash flow left over if any major repairs come up. And when you buy a traditional home, you're on the hook for 100% of those costs. Whereas with a condo, many of the major repair costs that come up are covered through the condo corporation. Although condos do have a monthly maintenance fee, the cost per month can vary pretty drastically between different condos. But one thing to keep in mind are what those fees include. Some of them will include heat, hydro, or water, or some combination of the 3. And some condos also have a meeting room, a gym, a pool, a hot tub, a sauna, and many other amenities available to their residents. For the condos in this video, I tried my best to pick ones with more reasonable monthly fees that might be a little bit more doable for first-time home buyers. So those are some of the benefits to condos, but what are the potential downsides? Some things to consider are, what's the status of the condo corporation's finances? Is the reserve fund looking good, or does it look like they might have to increase their condo fees? Do they have any major repairs or work coming up? Do they have a lawsuit pending that could affect fees, or a special assessment that could affect fees? What's the condo board like and who's on it? Who's the property manager? Do they do it themselves, or do they contract a property management company? What's the situation with parking? Do they have enough? Do they have visitor parking? Is there a wait list if you need another spot? Thankfully, most of these concerns are addressed by having your lawyer review the status certificate, which will also include a section on bylaws. Always make sure you have a lawyer review the status certificate though. It's better to pay that little bit of money up front than it is to find out that you missed something. It's an easy and relatively inexpensive process that you should do whenever you're considering purchasing a condo. It will give you all the information about the condo corporation's financial status, any lawsuits or special assessments, as well as most other red flags that exist. Condo living is definitely not for everybody, but far too many first-time home buyers completely write off the idea of ever buying a condo as a first property, when in reality, it's probably one of the best ways that a first-time home buyer can enter into the market and quicker without having to worry about huge repair bills that can come along with owning a more traditional style home. Your first home does not have to be your dream home. You can use a condo as a way to dip your feet into homeownership, take advantage of equity building and future appreciation, and set yourself up for your next home. Now let's jump straight into the list. At number 5, we have Petra Way in Whitby. Petra Way is located just off of Dryden Boulevard in between Garden and Brock Street. These condos are not apartments, but rather condo townhouses. So if you really don't like apartment style living, this would give you much more of that traditional home feel with multiple levels and more space. Parking for these units are located underground, and your monthly maintenance fee is in the ballpark of $360 to $385 a month, but it does also include your water. I wanted to include these units because you can get a 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom unit in a great neighborhood in Whitby in the $550,000 to $650,000 range. They aren't the cheapest condos, but considering the space and the location, I think they're a great opportunity that many people overlook. For reference, if you're gonna buy a non-condo townhouse, so a freehold townhouse with no maintenance fee, most are gonna sell in that $700,000 to $850,000 range. Number 4 on my list are the condo apartments on Shipway Avenue in Newcastle. These condos consist of, I believe, 5 different buildings, all located on a small pocket on Lake Ontario. They're only 4 stories tall, and you can find 1, 2, and 3 bedroom layouts that come up for sale, and some of them even have a great view of the lake too. Prices on these units can be a little bit all over the place depending on the view and the layout, but the 1 and 2 bedroom floor plans can usually be purchased in the $490,000 to $600,000 range. The maintenance fee on these units vary pretty heavily as well, depending on the layout and the size of the unit. They start around $350 per month for the maintenance fee, but unfortunately I don't think they include any heat, hydro, or water. So it's likely just snow removal, lawn care, and building maintenance. It's a really beautiful area, and the fact that it's in Newcastle and still so close to everything in Clarington and Durham Region is a huge plus. So if you're looking for more relaxed condo living with a view, this might be a great option. At number 3, I'm including the condo townhomes at 1651 to 1669 Nash Road. Now these townhomes are really interesting to me because they have such a wide variety of sizes and styles of units that come up for sale. You can get 1, 2, and 3 bedroom units, but you can also get a 2-story or a bungalow townhome. So depending on whether you want stairs or no stairs, or one of the 2-story units that has more of a loft style bedroom that overlooks the living room, there are lots of options. You're in a great location. There's a public school and a secondary school just down the street. It's a fantastic neighborhood and in an ultra convenient location, given all the shopping and everything that's in close proximity. Again, the price and the monthly fees are going to vary pretty substantially depending on the size of the unit, like many condos, but most of them are selling between the $475,000 to $650,000 range. The last 2 sales were under $500,000 and both of them were 2 bedrooms. And the maintenance fee can be anywhere from $350 to $700 per month depending on the square footage, and it does only include your water. Parking is on a surface lot, but it is in a very safe area and it has a little bit more of a gated community feel to it. And they also have 2 tennis courts and a car wash area for residents to use as well. And for number 2 on the list, I'm kind of cheating and lumping a bunch of buildings together, but they are very similar and located super close to each other. And those are the buildings at Aspen Springs and Sydney Lane in Bowmanville. The units in these buildings are available in 1 and 2 bedroom layouts, and the buildings are only 4 stories tall, so they're kind of similar to the ones on Shipway in Newcastle. Just be mindful that not all of the buildings at Aspen Springs have elevators. These are almost the perfect first-time homebuyer condo. Great location in Bowmanville, 1 and 2 bedroom units available, and the price ranges anywhere from $390,000 to $550,000. Condo fees range from about $280-ish to $440-ish per month, and although they don't include the heat, hydro, or water, the buildings aren't very old and they've been really well maintained and in a great neighborhood. And the buildings have a small gym available to them as well. It's a quick and easy commute to the highway, and the maintenance fees aren't crazy. And when you consider your other options at the $390,000 to $450,000 price range are either older condos in Oshawa that maybe are not in the greatest pockets, or older homes that are in need of repair and are, an hour or 2 away, these condos look like a really good deal. And last but certainly not least, and number 1 on my list, are the condos at 1215, 1235, and 1255 Bailey Street in Pickering, also known as San Francisco by the Bay. These are condo apartments, and they're much more like the traditional condo building that you would find in a bigger city. They're over 20 stories tall, and they have penthouse suites. They have 1 and 2 bedroom units, and their parking is underground parking. To me, this is the condo you buy when you want that downtown feel of a big, bright, beautiful new condo building, but maybe the ones in downtown Toronto are just a little bit out of reach at the time. To buy one of these condos, you're looking at a price range of $500,000 to $650,000 and a monthly maintenance fee of between $330 and $600 per month, depending on the square footage of your unit. Now, I love that these units give you more of that downtown Toronto feel. I love the views and the size of the balconies and the easy commute on the 401 or the GO train to Toronto. But the thing I like most of all are the amenities. First off, you have a concierge when you walk in, and your monthly maintenance fee gives you access to a pool, a hot tub, a sauna, a gym, and I believe another exercise room in there as well. Now, instead of just ending the video here, I am going to give an honorable mention. First off, there's 44 Bond Street in Oshawa. It's right downtown, and units sell usually in the $375,000 to $500,000 range. But their maintenance fees are a little bit higher, most of them in and around or over $500 per month, and they don't include the heat, hydro, and water. Other than that, it's a newer building with a really central location. But I do know that living downtown Oshawa isn't going to work for everybody's lifestyle. There are also numerous condo townhome complexes throughout Oshawa that might work for you. Many of them are older and the condition can be hit or miss. The ones I mentioned today are all newer, in great condition, and you're unlikely to find a bad example of one that comes up for sale. That's all for today's video. If I missed a really good condo building or townhouse complex, please let me know. And if you've had any experience with any of the buildings that I've mentioned, leave me a comment and let me know what it was like. I hope you found this video helpful, and maybe I even opened your mind up to some new condo opportunities. And if you'd like to speak with me and ask me some questions, you can use the contact info in the description or the link to book a call with me at a time that works for you. Thanks so much for watching and sticking around until the end. Merry Christmas to you and your family. See you in the next one. Bye!